up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, on Erling Haaland, the club are very optimistic about signing Haaland in the summer. All they feel like they need the club is the money. If they can get the funds for his release clause, the commission for Raiola and his father, and of course his salary, they believe they will sign him. The question is, can they make that happen? They're working 24 hours to do so. Alemany trying to reduce the wage bill. Laporta trying to get some sponsorships in. All they want to do this summer is sign Erling Haaland and make him the face of Barcelona. But of course, for now, we're also in talks with Alvaro Morata to come into Barcelona right now to be that number 9. And of course, Depay could go the other way in Juventus. We'll talk about that. And of course, the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Of course, Dembele right now is earning around 250k a week. And that's around about what Erling Haaland wants as well. The club want to reduce that or get rid of that. And they want to have an answer from Ousmane Dembele about a contract renewal as soon as possible. There is an offer on the table for Barcelona, 100%. Mateu Alemany confirmed that. The question is, will Ousmane Dembele sign it? And along with the striker, the club are also looking for a center back. Rudiger now is officially ruled out because he's asking for a lot of money. But Lisandro Martinez could be that cheap option that we can bring in from Ajax. Very strong center back. And also De Ligt could be an option as well. We'll have to wait and see. And lastly, Yusuf Demir's loan move has officially been cancelled. The player returned to Rapid Viena. And the reports coming out saying that he will not be the last exit. 100% another Barcelona player will leave. The question is, who will it be? But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player I want to discuss about, of course, is Erling Haaland. This is coming in from Juan Marti from Sport. He's come out saying if Barcelona have the money, they can be optimistic about signing Erling Haaland. Haaland wants to come to Spain and be the leader of the Barcelona sporting project. We've been hearing this again all over the place. If Barcelona have the money, they can be optimistic about his signing. Haaland wants to be a leader of a sporting project. He wants to be the face of the club that he joins. And at this current moment, Barcelona, in terms of the capacity of the club, how big the club is, are the only team that are missing a face of the club. Real Madrid are getting Mbappe, Bayern Munich have Lewandowski, Juventus don't really want Haaland. They don't want to deal with Raiola. They can't really afford him as well, and also Haaland doesn't want to go there. Man City, you have De Bruyne that you have to compete with. Man United, you have Ronaldo. PSG, you have Neymar, Messi. Pick your poison there. Barcelona are the only big team that want Haaland, that Haaland's happy to go to, that he can be the face of the club. And I think if Barcelona, Laporta, Alemany, they're working right now very hard to reduce that wage bill. If there is space, there's money there, there are funds there to activate the release clause, give the commission to Raiola and his father, I think this deal is feasible. Of course, with Ousmane Dembele, for example, let's say, we'll talk about him later on in the video, but let's just say hypothetically he leaves for free. That frees up 300k a week. That's basically 75 to 80% of what Erling Haaland wants per week. It's that simple. But of course, we renewed Dembele, then there have to be some maneuvering. What I'm trying to come to, basically in conclusion, if we have the money, we will be in the race and most likely sign Erling Haaland. The question is, can we get the funds and make the wage cap and agree with financial fair play rules in La Liga? We'll have to wait and see. Right now, we're going to hear over the next few weeks whether or not Haaland will leave Dortmund this summer. Once that news comes out, Barcelona are going to be working, 24 hours a day, trying to make that room and try to get the funds in with, sponsors, the loan from Goldman Sachs, the new Espai Barca project. They're going to try all their avenues, get all the avenues in where they can get this money, and they will go for Haaland. Let's see how Laporta and the club will do. But again, he is the club's #1 priority and target for the summer. Now, another striker who could join Barcelona in the summer is Edinson Cavani. This is coming in from Mundo Deportivo. They've come out saying that Edinson Cavani will not sign for Barcelona this January, but the option of signing him on a free deal next summer is still possible. And of course, this will most likely mean that Depay will be sold or will be let go from Barcelona, because of course you want to have Haaland as the starting striker, but you're going to want to have a backup as well. Will Cavani want to be a backup to Erling Haaland? I'm not quite too sure. I think he wants to be playing, he's coming to the end of his career right now. He's had a fantastic career. He wants to keep playing. I don't think this will happen in the summer unless, like I said, we sell Depay and then we're looking for a striker last second. I think Cavani now is looking for that move, to Uruguay, to Argentina with Boca Juniors or whoever that may be back in South America. I think his European, tenure is coming to an end. We'll have to wait and see, though. I think, again, it all depends on who will be the striker if we get one now this January, which we'll talk about in a few seconds, or if Depay leaves and that Cavani option can be open. But most likely, though, I don't see it happening. And now a striker who could arrive to Barcelona in the month of January January, of course, this month is Alvaro Morata. This is coming in from Sport. They've come out saying that Barcelona still want to sign Alvaro Morata in January and are working on his arrival. Xavi likes him a lot. Memphis Depay could enter the operation. Juventus are interested in him following Chiesa's injury. The clubs are expected to talk in the next few days. Now here's the situation. Of course, went from Morata at the beginning of the window, I think about 2 weeks ago. Juventus said no, they don't want to sell him unless they find a replacement. They couldn't find a replacement. They said, and then Allegri, of course, came out in that press conference saying that Morata will 100% be staying at the club, but he won't be leaving. That's end of story. Now, over the past few days, of course, Chiesa got that big injury over the past weekend. He's going to be out for the rest of the season. They're looking now for a replacement for him, and they want Depay. Now, of course, they want Depay. We want Morata. Something could happen here. Now, you have to remember that Depay, like I've already said a few times, has only 2 years left on his contract. His contract expires next summer in June 2023. So the best time and moment to get value for Depay is to sell him this summer. Of course, we brought him for free, so no matter what, we're gonna make a profit. I think Barcelona right now value him at around 30 to 40 million euros. This deal can happen, but there's only one problem. Atletico Madrid. Of course, Morata is on loan at Juventus from Atletico Madrid. They can say no and this operation will fall through. And I don't think Barcelona will just send Depay on a straight loan to Juventus. I think that makes absolutely no sense. We still need to use Depay, but he can still be useful for our squad. Injuries can happen at any given moment. Why give Juventus a top player without getting anything in return? It doesn't make sense. The only way I see Depay joining Juventus is if we get something in return, i.e. Alvaro Morata. Now, Juan Laporta came out talking after the Super Cup about signings coming in. He was asked about Morata. He replied by saying, we are trying to strengthen the team. There are some options. The more goal-scoring players we have, the better, because this is what has affected us a bit during the season. So why, take away one for no reason? This is what I mean. I don't think Depay will join Juventus on a straight loan. I think if we get Morata in return, I think 95% it will happen. But that's a big question. Of course, it all lies on Atletico Madrid. They have that big final say. We'll wait and see. I think, of course, the club are going to be talking over the next few days, and maybe they can come to an agreement. But unless the loan deal for Depay includes a mandatory buy option, something like that, I don't really see it happening. But again, we have to get something in return, and Xavi wants Morata. So we'll wait and see what happens. Again, still early days. Juventus and Barcelona will be talking over the next few days, and they'll try to come to an agreement. Now, another position that Barcelona want to strengthen in the summer, maybe during this window as well, is the center back position. Like we saw in the Super Cup, we could use another center back to compete, of course, with Araujo and Piqué, as well as Eric Garcia. And one that has come out during the media over the past 24 hours has been Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. Tutu Sport came out saying that Lisandro Martinez is back on Barcelona's agenda. They already wanted him last summer, but due to the financial problem, they could only offer a loan, and Ajax refused. And Martinez recently renewed his contract with Ajax, but is still open to leaving the club. Again, I think Martinez would be an absolutely fantastic option, but we need something more. We need, a De Ligt, for example. I think if we can get De Ligt, we should go for Martinez, or maybe we can get De Ligt and Martinez. I think Martinez is better than Mingueza. I think you can replace him in the squad. He's better than Lenglet, better than Umtiti. So I think he's right now on the same level as Eric Garcia, in my opinion. Of course, Araujo and Piqué are clear of both of these players right now. I think he would be a perfect option. Right now, rumored about 20-25 million euros is what Ajax will be asking for if they do get a transfer for him. The problem is right now, a lot of clubs in Europe are looking for a center back, and Martinez fits a profile for a lot of clubs. So we wanted this player. We're going to have to act quickly. For me, I'm a big fan of him. I saw him a lot with Argentina and with Ajax as well. I think he'd be a fantastic, center back at Barcelona. We'll wait and see. Still early days, but again, the club are looking for a center back. But a center back that will not be joining Barcelona anytime soon, whether it's this month or in the summer, is Antonio Rudiger. The Marcio came out saying that Barcelona are no longer in the race to sign Antonio Rudiger. Only Juventus, PSG, and Man City remain, or of course, renewing his contract with Chelsea. Of course, it's because of those demands. He's asking for around 250k a week for a new contract to join for free in the summer to any sort of club. Of course, Real Madrid dropped out a few weeks ago, and now it looks like Barcelona have also dropped out as well. And to be honest, I feel like Barcelona always wanted, Christensen and Azpilicueta over Rudiger anyways. I think those two options are still open, still very viable. And right now, Chelsea have a big, decision on their hand who to renew first and, get moving on it quickly, because of course, it's January 14th. They have 3 of their star center backs out of contract in the summer. We'll wait and see on the other 2, but again, Rudiger 100% looks like it will not be joining Barcelona due to his wage demands. Now, part of the defense includes the goalkeeper as well, and we have been linked with the same goalkeeper again. Stol Dimitrievski is coming in from Sport. They've come out saying that Barcelona's interest in Stol Dimitrievski is real. He is the first choice to replace Neto, who was already looking for a way out during the month of January. Dimitrievski has a release clause of 6 million euros, and he would choose to join Barcelona over other interested clubs. Now, Romano tweeted the other day saying that one of the Saudi clubs have offered 3.5 million euros to Rayo Vallecano for Dimitrievski. They have not responded quite yet. And in that tweet as well, Romano said there are no talks with Barcelona as of right now. But again, it all rides on Neto leaving. If Neto leaves, Dimitrievski I think most likely will come in. We've been rumored about him now for like a month or so. But if Neto stays, Dimitrievski will not come in. Of course, right now on paper, he's the best goalkeeper in La Liga with the highest save percentage in the league. I think he'd be a decent option. 6 million euros, 28 years old. Can't really go wrong with him. He'll have very, very low wages. We'll wait and see. But again, it depends on the sale or the exit of Neto. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, a player who's already left Barcelona officially now is Yusuf Demir. The club yesterday released an official statement saying that Barcelona and Rapid Viena have reached an agreement for Yusuf Demir to return to the Austrian club. The loan has been officially cancelled. It sucks for Demir. He was rushed in the first team very, very quickly by Ronald Koeman. He saw 2 training sessions and thought, you know what, this guy is way better than Collado, bring him in the first team. I feel disappointed in him. I think there is some talent in him. Like if you go look at the channel over the past few months, I haven't been a big fan of Demir in the sense of, a proper winger for Barcelona, finishing. I think he has good dribbling ability. I didn't really get to hit that pace from him quite much. Wasn't the right time for him to come to Barcelona, especially being so rushed in the first team. But again, I wish Demir all the best, and maybe he can come back to Barcelona in the future. Now, Juan Martí from Sport came out saying that Yusuf Demir's departure will not be the last one to take place this month. There will be at least one more exit this month, possibly even more if we do have time. So, there will be another exit from Barcelona this month. The question is, of course, who will it be? Sport came out saying that Xavi sent a clear message to Samuel Umtiti and Serginho Dest during the Super Cup game, of course, leaving them out of the entire squad list. They were not in the lineup and they were not on the bench either. Umtiti right now is leaving Barcelona on loan, and the club will also listen to offers for Dest. He has a market, and Xavi has lost confidence in him. I think Umtiti, if we can just find a decent club for him, he'll say yes at this point. I think if any, club comes in that's Champions League and can offer him a spot in the team, he will say yes at this point. The big thing is about Dest. Now, of course, Chelsea are still looking for a left back. They're trying to get, Emerson Palmieri back on loan from Lyon, and that's not going too well so far. They could go for Dest, but again, the club don't want to do a loan. They want to do a straight sale. No loan, maybe a loan with mandatory buy option. They'll do that 100%, but loan with buy option, they are not in favor of whatsoever. We'll wait and see. I think most likely Umtiti will leave the club for sure this month if only a good offer comes in. Again, for Dest, it's about the price. I think Barcelona want to sell him for around 30 million euros. I think we bought him for 20 plus 10 million variable, something like that. So we'll make a profit on Dest regardless. But these two players, Xavi wants out this month. Can we do one? Can we do both? Will we do none? We'll have to wait and see. But again, these two players right now, very, very clear, are the main players on the exit block at Barcelona. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Of course, he had a man-of-the-match performance in the Super Cup and the Clásico, and right now he's bringing up questions a lot in the Culé fan base. Should we renew him or not? Well, Juan Martí from Sport came out saying the statements of Ousmane Dembele's agents have reached Saudi Arabia, and neither Xavi nor Barcelona players liked it at all. Of course, that statement we talked about in the last video about those quotes about day-to-day management, all that, all that crap. It reached, the players of course saw those quotes, Xavi saw it as well, and no one liked it as well. Now, Juan Martí came out, this is all his opinion, this is not, facts or, actual news 100% no. This is just his opinion. Juan Martí, of course, very, very reliable, very, very close to the club. I think he's part of that, caliber of journalists who have the best connections at the club. I think Juan Martí does. Fernando Polo, have Miguel's best friends with Xavi. You have Alvaro Martinez. So he's in that group. He came out saying, they will never say it, but Barcelona want to renew Ousmane Dembele's contract only to sell him later. Nobody can believe that Xavi wants him as a structural player in his project. So he's saying, look, the club just don't want to lose him for free. They want to renew his contract and then sell him in the future for a decent price and get some of that, investment that we lost in him. So that's what he's pretty much saying. And do I agree with that? I guess so, because I'd rather, sell him than let him go for free. but he does have talent, and of course that talent comes up maybe once every 10 games, but that talent is there. But again, that's just Juan Marti's opinion. Now, can the have come out saying if it was up to Ousmane Dembele, he would have already signed the renewal to the president. His direct environment continues to advise him or almost command him to leave to earn more money. Again, this has been coming out for the past few weeks now. It's basically a Elash Mariba 2.0. The player wants to stay, but his agents are pushing for more money from the club, and if he does not get that money, to leave and join the club with money. So football nowadays has become a lot about money, not about pride and dedication to play for the badge on the shirt. So we'll wait and see. I think right now Dembele only has options in England. I think Manchester United will be interested. I think right now PSG are out, Bayern Munich are out. Juventus may offer the money if they have it, but he's looking very, very likely to join England if he does leave Barcelona. Now, the sporting director of Barcelona, Mateu Alemany, was asked about Dembele's situation after the Super Cup game, of course, and he came out saying nothing has changed. Dembele has an offer on the table from Barcelona, and he knows that we have to resolve the situation, as quickly as possible. So again, Mateu Alemany is pushing for the answer from Dembele. They want the answer by this week. Of course, it's Friday, you have the weekend, and they want the answer. Will they get it? Probably not. But again, there is a contract offer from Barcelona for Ousmane Dembele. He can sign it. They'll announce it tomorrow. Bada bing, bada boom. The question is, will he put the pen to the paper and sign it? Obviously, he will not. So we'll wait and see. I just hope that if he does not renew his contract, once it's official that he will not renew his contract, they freeze him out. I don't want to see him play if he's not going to be committed his future to Barcelona. I'd rather play Abdi. I'd rather play Jukla. I don't want to see Dembele, of course. Borussia Mönchengladbach, great example, when Zakaria and Ginter were, 100% not renewing their contract. They released a statement saying they're not going to renew their contract. If clubs want to come buy them. Otherwise, they're going to be leaving for free in the summer. I want Barcelona to do the same, but freeze Dembele out. But I don't think Xavi's in favor of that, to be honest. I think he wants Dembele to play in the team, help us get top 4, help us win the Europa League. If the club do that, I back them, but in my opinion, I disagree. I would freeze him out for the rest of the year. But again, there is an offer for Ousmane Dembele to renew his contract at Barcelona. The big question is, will he do it, and when will he do it? And the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, a player that you probably didn't know was still in the first team is Moussa Wagué. Wow, I feel really bad for him, man. Of course, he went out on loan, I think, in 2020 or 2019. I forget the year. It's been so long. And he had a double leg break. He was out for almost a year and a half with this big injury. Of course, on paper, he is still a Barcelona first team player and still a Barcelona player. And Sport have come out saying that Moussa Wagué, another case to solve for Barcelona and Alemany. Wagué is close to returning after a very serious injury, but of course right now has no place in the first team. He has a contract until June 2023, and Barcelona could look to find a way out for him this month. I mean, what do you do with Wagué? Poor kid, man. I honestly feel terrible. We signed him, I think, after the World Cup in 2018. He came under Valverde. He did pretty well in those moments that he got with him and Todibo and all those other players we had during the time. And then he went out on loan to PAOK, I think in Greece, however you say it. And he was, going in for a cross. He ran into the post and had like a triple leg break or something like that, and just absolutely destroyed his leg. Can he even play football now to that level again? We'll have to wait and see, but again, his recovery from injury is very, very close. Of course, right now, there is no spot for him in the first team, so the club want to get rid of him this month once he fully recovers from injury. We'll have to wait and see, but again, Wagué's situation is very, very delicate. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know, firstly, about Ousmane Dembele, do you think he'll renew his contract or not? Secondly, on Lisandro Martinez, would you take him at Barcelona or not? And lastly, on the Depay Morata swap deal, so to speak, would you replace Depay with Morata? Would you do that swap right now? Would you rather keep Depay until the end of the season? Would you just want to bring in Morata and keep Depay? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.